This is the National Weather Service office here in Gaylord, Michigan, with your hazardous weather briefing for Saturday, January 4th of 2014. Well, we're still looking at the same hazardous weather that we have for the past 24 hours or so. First off, just through this morning, really, gale and storm force winds are out there on Lake Michigan, with some of those gales occurring across Lake Huron as well. And we're also looking at some accumulating snow, which is primarily for eastern upper Michigan. Hazardous marine conditions can definitely be expected out there on the Great Lakes, and primarily, again, up in eastern upper. Some hazardous driving conditions due to snow. Now, some of that snow, even some of the fallen snow of the recent days, will be blown around by some pretty strong southwest winds that are also going to continue through this morning. Folks out driving will need to exercise extra caution, especially on east to west oriented roads, where some of that snow can get blown over and with some snow covered areas. Now, also, the big story really is the nasty winter conditions that are going to develop for Sunday night through Tuesday behind the next Arctic front. Expect bitterly cold temperatures with low wind chills, accumulating snows, blowing snow, and resulting in poor visibilities. Now, the obvious impacts of the nasty winter conditions are poor driving and travel conditions. And there's also an increased threat for frostbite. And we still have the continuing threat for ice jams out there in all of northern Michigan's rivers and streams until further notice. Well, here's sort of the breakdown of what we just spoke about. Snow showers, windy with some blowing snow today before we turn to some extreme cold for early next work week with lake effect snow and wind chills down as low as 30 degrees below zero. But in the left-hand graphic, we see the shaded areas where primarily the snow showers and areas of blowing snow are going to be in windy conditions. Most of the accumulations will end this morning, and they'll be up in eastern upper Michigan, with the storm force winds out over Lake Michigan. And then for Sunday night and Tuesday, the graphic on your right, the shaded areas show the primary areas for snow showers and blowing snow with windy conditions. And obviously going to be turning much colder during that time period. And that'll wrap up this hazardous weather briefing. Please come back for our next scheduled broadcast around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Thank you for listening to your National Weather Service here in Gaylord, Michigan.